like? It's Grant coming at you from close to Joplin, Missouri, in the world's crappiest miniature Class A. It's on the bill of lading right there as a Class C, but it's kind of a pathetic Class C if that's the case, but maybe they're counting it because of the overhead, I don't know, but not the greatest. I give it a better tour later on, I'm just driving right now. This was, picked this up with 2,760 miles on it. Already had a major warranty work problem, so they sent it back to the factory near Quality in Goshen, Indiana. Basically back to the manufacturer that made it. Within 2,760 miles, and then 800 of that was from the guy's house. So within about pretty much 2,000 miles of owning the thing, they had to send it back for warranty work. That is how pathetic and crappy these are. I hate to say it. The truth be told, you know, people are getting ripped off left and right. If you don't buy a nice Super C with like the fiberglass covering or whatever they call it, not this cheap wood kind of stuff, or you know, buy a Class B camper van, you're getting ripped off. In my opinion, if you don't buy a Super C or a Class B, or like a bus, a Progos, all those other stuff where they put real-time materials into stuff, like the Airstream would be pretty good. But these cheap campers like this, unless you buy them and you take them and park them at the lake and never plan on moving them again, period, you're just going to have problems with them left and right. And then, even then, you're going to be lucky if you don't have problems with the slides going in and out and whatever, you know, unless you just put the slides out once and call it good at the lake house as your portable lake house and leave it there year round. Then it might last you a few years if it's not having to move or do anything. You don't have to put slides in and out, or the motorhome itself doesn't have to move. And they call them a motorhome for that reason. They're more of a home than a mobile vehicle. I mean, they can move like this, but they're just, you know, basically driving like a brick. I'm getting like 8 miles to the gallon if that. Last night the heater started messing up already. I don't know if that was what his warranty work was about to begin with. It was chassis work, and maybe that's the only place they can work on a chassis back to the manufacturer. But I bet it's the slides. If it went back to the manufacturer, it's probably the slides. Or some really big nasty appliance like the kitchen, like the what do we call it, refrigerator went out or something, and they had to take it back there to replace it or something, I don't know. My guess would be the slides quit working, because the slides are about one of the few things that the dealerships can't really work on themselves, because of gazillions and zillions of nuts and bolts in them or whatever. They have to like specially do them with machines or whatever. It's probably what that was slide work, and that had to send it all the way back to the manufacturer for 800 miles each direction, so 1,600 miles of the trip. Like I said, I picked it up at 2,760, and I'm going to add 800 miles to it to bring it back to the guy. I really hope they fix whatever his main problem with the house was, because now he may or may not have a problem with the chassis heater going messing up last night. I don't know. But that's about it. Hopefully I can get it fixed, be able to get it fixed locally. Or maybe he's planning on parking it and not messing with it. Again, the chassis part of it would be the best way to go. This doesn't make a go see the United States on this vacation and that vacation kind of motorhome. People do it, but they just break down left and right between the chassis and the house, and just poor construction, in my opinion. I would stay away from, especially these Class A's. This is a miniature Class A, which is like a Class C. It's a Forest River 3, and most of the time Forest River puts together half-decent regular Class C's, but the Class A's are pretty great. This is like a miniature Class A's, I think. I'll give you a tour of the inside of it later, and then the outside of it to show you more wonderful stuff, like the indentation that's behind the right tire in the passenger side. Already, you know, 2,000 miles, and the outside wall can't hold up 2,000 miles. You know, I hate to say it, but don't buy this stuff. The RV manufacturer and the dealership and all that have maybe 50 to 70 grand into making the thing altogether, and they're charging you like 150 or 200,000 depending on the unit, and they are taking and splitting that profit. That's not, you know, that after they pay off the 70,000. So they put one together, and you're paying for about 3 for every one that they put together, pretty much, in terms of the math. And they don't last long enough to do it with. This thing's gonna last him 5-10 years maybe, unless he parks in some place that doesn't use it for anything but an extra house somewhere, like a lakefront house or whatever. He's not planning on taking it very far. If he's going from his house to the nearby lake that's an hour away and back on the weekends or something, this might maybe last for him for a little while, maybe, but it's gonna have so much stuff break down left and right. It's just kind of pointless in my opinion. I would not buy it. That's what I'm putting out the video for, just in my opinion. Just for driving it, that, you know, the little bit that I drive them across country to deliver them, even the brand new ones just fall apart on you. This one's pretty much brand new. I mean, by the time I get there, I'm gonna have 3,000 miles. Well, it'll about 3,500, 3,600 miles on it by the time it gets there for the second time, because it's already had to go to the factory once for warranty work, most likely on the side. Anyway, I'm about to get run over here, maybe. I don't know. Hopefully this truck won't do it. Ooh, that was close. People coming by on this side, so I